Today we're talking about this new LEGO Spider-Man set, which I've seen described online as a waste of plastic.
Wait, what did you call me?
Oh no, bud, not you. You're a perfectly adequate use of plastic.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me.
Hello all, I'm Josh, this is Josh Builds Stuff, and today we are talking about this new LEGO Marvel Spider-Man set, the Attack on the Spider Lair set. This just came out in March 2021, contains 466 pieces, and costs $70 here in the US. Now who's attacking what, you might ask? Well, Venom and the Green Goblin are attacking the Spider Lair. That's right, you've heard it right. Basically, Spider-Man has a Batcave type lair where he stores all of his cool toys and gadgets, and that's what this set is depicting. And I think it's kind of funny that someone called this set a waste of plastic. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that this set was out of stock online at lego.com, and so maybe they couldn't use an affiliate link to get some extra revenue from other people buying this set. Though that didn't stop them from listing a few other sets which were available on lego.com, which they could give affiliate links to. I'm sure that had nothing to do with their opinion on this set. As for me personally, I don't think this set is a waste of plastic. I think this set is, how you say, decent. Also, if you want to support this channel, follow the link in the description of this video, joshbuystuff.com/76175. Like I said, I like this set and I think it has a lot going for it, and we'll look at more of those details as well as the minifigures and the play features in this set right after we build it. The build for this set, okay, it was a little easy. It had 500 pieces, so it did last a good amount of time. Was the build worth $70? I'm not so sure. I will say it doesn't get repetitive. There are a lot of different interesting elements in this set that you're building, so the build process flows pretty naturally. There were a few too many stickers for my liking, but a lot of Spider-Man sets have a lot of Spider-Man themed decals, so that's forgivable. I liked the construction of the Bat computer, or sorry, I guess the Spidey computer, and I like the construction of a lot of the different elements in this set. Overall, there was nothing special or complex about this build, but it was still fun the way it all came together. To the person who said this set was a waste of plastic, I don't think that person has kids, or knows what kids like, because personally, I do, and I do. This set is about one thing, and it's not one thing that usually appeals to me. It's about playability. This set has almost no displayability. I don't want to put this thing on a shelf. It's too big, it doesn't collapse, there's not a specific place to stick all the little mini build pieces. But this set has a bunch of different play elements, which kids like a lot. This set also has a lot of Easter eggs. We'll look at those in a second. But this set also has a whole bunch of minifigures, and those will super appeal to kids. Just ask me. They do, trust me. I guess you don't have to ask me, I'll tell you right now. The minifigures in this set appeal to children. So early recommendation before looking at the details of this set. Don't buy this if you're an adult building for yourself. Buy this for a kid who would like it. And maybe this set is a little too expensive to buy for just a kid. Maybe you don't want to spend $70 on a toy for your kid. I understand that. And maybe I am coming around a little bit to that writer's point of view. I don't necessarily agree that this is a waste of plastic. Water bottles are a waste of plastic. Non-reusable straws are a waste of plastic. This is a toy. I don't think it's a waste of anything. This is obviously not a set targeted towards adults. There's not a whole lot here for me, but there is a whole lot here for kids. This set's got a skateboard ramp with a skateboard included. What kid's not gonna like that? I do wish that skateboard was red, a little more on brand for Spider-Man. We've got a motorcycle, a spider cycle, Spidey cycle, whatever you want to call it. Kids like it. There's a glider for the Green Goblin, there's spider drones that you can walk around, there's a little jail cell where you can lock up the bad guys, there's some tools with which you can build and repair the Spidey cycle, I guess. There's a whole bunch of minifigures which we'll talk about in a second, and then there is the one thing that is all my kids care about. Like I've said in other sets, if LEGO had just included this one feature, it's all they would have needed to make my kids happy, and that is a little springboard with a couple of little basketballs, we'll call them. They're really orange colored little LEGO soccer balls because they've got hexagonal patterns on them. That's beyond the point. Even my kid noticed that. Okay, that's beyond the point. They're little basketballs with a little springboard and a little basketball hoop included, and that is all my kids want to play with. Again, that's all LEGO needed to include in this set to make it worth it for kids, because that little basketball hoop is all my kids want to touch. My almost 4-year-old tries to use the little springboard. My 1.5-year-old has just as much fun picking up the basketballs and just dropping them through the basket. LEGO will often include extra pieces of some of the smaller pieces in a set, just in case you happen to lose them. What they should do is include extra little basketball pieces, because these suckers roll, and my kids are flinging these things all over the room. It's a miracle that I found both of those basketballs just for the display of this set. Though one of the minifigures in this set does come with an alternate headpiece in case you want to show Spider-Man masked or unmasked, and while you have that extra headpiece rolling around, it makes a pretty decent substitute for a basketball if you happen to have lost the other two. There are also a bunch of cool references in this set, like there's a little camera, because obviously Spider-Man, or I guess Peter Parker, is a photographer for the Daily Bugle, and there's even an email on one of the screens from J. Jonah Jameson saying the pictures look terrible. Totally on brand. There's a little video game controller, which is cool, because on one of those screens it looks like Spider-Man is playing, well, Lego Spider-Man, or some other Spider-Man video game. And on the backboard of the basketball hoop, there's even a name tag that says Spidey on it, which feels a lot like a reference to Miles Morales' character in the Into the Spider-Verse movie, wouldn't you say? There's also a little workout area, which is not a reference to anything, but I think on that single weight within that workout area, I think that's the new piece that was introduced in the Monkey Kid sets in gold, but now it's in dark gray, and in my opinion, this piece works much better as the hilt for a double-bladed lightsaber than it does for a dumbbell. Wouldn't you agree? Other stuff going on those little computer screens. The top left is a little drone cam. I think we're supposed to have 2 of those little spider drones on the webs on either side of that computer. The middle screen I think is supposed to just be a diagram of the extra arms for that Iron Spider minifigure that we'll look at in just a second. The bottom middle screen looks like just a reference to a Lego Spider-Man minifigure. If there's something there that I'm missing, let me know in the comments down below. The bottom left screen shows little diagrams of some of the spider suits that we get in this set, but one of those little diagrams looks like a reference to the Bombastic Bagman because it looks like a character with a bag over its head with maybe a Fantastic Four logo in the middle. It would have been really cool if we got a minifigure of that character. I think it's a Fantastic Four reference. I don't know, I had to look it up before this. I think that suit is also in one of the Spider-Man PS4 games, but I wouldn't know. I play on Xbox. Whew, that's a lot of references. A lot going on with this set. Still feeling like a waste of plastic to you? Speaking of more things that aren't wastes of plastic, this set has an impressive minifigure lineup. We get regular old Spider-Man. That seems like a mean way to put it, but compared to the other suits in this set, he does seem kind of basic. Though this is the version with the arm printing, though you can get this same figure in cheaper sets. But you're not buying this set for regular old Spider-Man, you're buying this set for Ultimate Spider-Man. At least that is what they call this version of Spider-Man. I think he has very cool colors to him, though I don't know why they called him Ultimate Spider-Man. I think there's also a TV show called Ultimate Spider-Man where he doesn't wear this suit. I think this is supposed to be the stealth suit, or the big time stealth suit. I'm not really sure. I think it's from the PlayStation video game from what I can tell online. Again, I play on Xbox. And then another interestingly named spider suit in this set is this, what do we just call Peter Parker, according to this set. But this hoodie on this character looks a lot like Ben Reilly's hoodie, which I think is supposed to be Scarlet Spider, who is Peter Parker from an alternate universe. Are we getting a Spider-Verse crossover in the next Spider-Man movie? Only time will tell. Ooh, is there gonna be time travel? Time, Spider-Verse time, Back to the Future. Also, Iron Spider-Man is in this set. I don't think this one's from a video game, but this guy looks cool, either with or without his extra arm bits. As for villains, we have Venom, who is a classic Spider-Man villain, and I believe we've gotten this same version in mini sets in the past, so he's not really worth talking about. We're also getting a buildable Venom helmet set later this year, as well as a Carnage, well I guess they're not helmets, they're just heads of these characters, but we're getting a Venom head and a Carnage head that we can build. They're in the same style as like the Iron Man helmet that came out last year. Looking forward to those coming out, I think later this year, maybe next year, not sure. The other villain in this set is the Green Goblin. I believe this version is exclusive to this set, and he also gets a glider on which he can glide around this set. I do wish that he was holding some kind of pumpkin that he could throw instead of another stud shooter, but whatever. We get decent enough stuff in this set besides that guy. The figure himself is pretty nice looking. He's got a double-sided head, he's got a cool new molded hat piece along with a couple of pointy ears on it, and he does have his little leather satchel or purse there in which he can carry pumpkins. There just aren't any pumpkins in this set. So overall, this set has some great minifigures, it's got some great play features, there are a bunch of fun references and Easter eggs in it, but do I think this set is worth $70? I don't know, that's not for me to say. Different consumers value things differently. For instance, some people think one share of GameStop stock is worth $10 a share, and some people think it's worth $220 a share. Who am I to say? All I will say is that I don't think this set is a waste of plastic. Come to think of it, the guy who wrote that article probably bought high and sold low, you know what I mean? I'm just kidding, but you know, maybe don't call my toys a waste of plastic. It makes me feel bad about my buying decisions, and then makes me feel bad about myself, which may actually not be a terrible thing. I've got a pretty big ego, so every once in a while it's nice to knock me down a couple of notches. But speaking of taking me down a notch, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think about this set, or what you think about me just personally as a person. Like I said, my ego could use a little correction. And to all of you who do leave comments, thank you. I see them, I try to respond to them, I really do appreciate them, but you all are just too darn nice. Whereas all the like dumb, sarcastic, mean comments that are attacking me personally, to which I can have an excuse to come up with like a fun, sarcastic quip and clap back, at those people. No, you're all just being nice and giving me constructive criticism, and that is not the YouTube comment experience that I was promised when I joined this platform. So to all of you being nice out there and watching my videos, thank you. And thank you for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.